Today on Overpriced Tool Reviews, the German Apple of power tools, Festool.
Tools suck.
Today we'll be talking about the Festool ets125 REQ Plus sander. It's a lot of words for just an orbital sander. But oftentimes when Festool is talked about, people say the only way you'd buy that is if you're drinking the green Kool-Aid, the Festool green. I didn't really understand it until I bought this. I realized how right they were. I was on the German green Kool-Aid when I made this decision. Purchase. So, they weren't wrong. The Germans done it again. Another high-priced tool. Is it worth it or is it not? The answer, to be determined. So this is the Festool 125 REQ. Basically, just a 5-inch orbital sander. Nothing too fancy. Some speed adjust. It's dirty because I actually use it. I'm not unboxing it for the first time. But in the box, you get the sander. Here she blows. Little dust collection bag. And their proprietary cable. Something like that. And there's also a, see if I can get it to snap off. This little edge guard. What kind of comes in handy. I just kind of put it on and left it on. Come on. There we go. A little edge guard here. And of course your El Manuel, which we all know you don't need that. But anyways, I had some time spent on this and it was $200. So, is this worth $200? Now, honestly, the answer to that is really dependent on you. Now, for me, I would say yes. I love this thing. Does it really do any different of a job than a $30 DeWalt Orbital? Not really. They both sand. Now, this does do a better job. It's a lot quieter. The handle feels a lot more less vibrations. My DeWalt Orbital I had didn't have a adjustable speed. It has great dust collection. But is that really worth, $170 more than the $30 DeWalt? It depends on if you think so or not. If you use this every day, possibly. If you're going to be doing a few projects here and there, probably not. Now, I'll go over a few of the things with the Festool here. Now, every Festool, like Apple, comes with their proprietary cable. And, normally I kind of hate proprietary cables. I feel like I'm saying that wrong, proprietary. Normally I hate them, but I actually like this thing a lot. Granted, if I lost it, it might be a different story. But this is their plug-it system. Plug it in. Can't find the hole. That's a problem the missus knows about. There we go. And you turn it. Boom. Turn it and you unplug it. It's a 18 American wire gauge size. It's pretty sturdy. Feels pretty stout. And it's long. I think it's 6 meters. So it's plenty enough for when you got to work across the room. I could have opted. This is also available in cordless for more moolah. It's $200 for the cordless one without battery or charger. So you're looking at like $350 once you add in the factor of a battery and a charger. But this thing is built. It's built nice. It's plastic. I'm not sure exactly what kind of plastic it is. I'm not Ave. I don't know what percentage of glass fiber is in here and whatnot. But it feels good. It feels nice. It feels well built. It's got a little bit of over molding here. It feels nice in the hand. Just a little switch up here. It's got, of course, along with the proprietary cable, it's got proprietary pad. It's got this extra hole here in the middle and more holes on the outside than your average. I think there's 6 holes the average that everyone else uses. So, of course, they've got to be different. You know how that always goes. But I'm actually not really mad about that either. Now, if you live somewhere where you don't have a Festool dealer, where you can't get these pads in person, where you have to order them, that might be a pain in the butt. But I have a Woodcraft here locally that I can run and grab them in. We see this pad's pretty gummed up at this point. I was sanding some silicone, kind of got into where I sand, some cat got in the way of where I was sanding, so it kind of built up there. But I actually have quite a few hours in on this one pad. This is one pad. This is the pad that came with this. And I have quite a few hours, and there's still, I mean, it's still going. Even with all this cack built up, I was just using it, and it's still going no problem. She's chooching. The center hole, I believe it, if I remember right, it blows air out of this hole. And that helps keep the pad cool, which in turn keeps it from being gummed up, which obviously, this I have some stuff built up here, but that's because I was sanding some caulk, which kind of got in the way, which is a different story. Dust extraction is actually pretty good. I mean, it doesn't get everything, of course, but if I had a sander on it, or a sander, if I had a vacuum hooked up to it, I imagine it would also be quite a bit better. The dust bag here, got this little piece that goes on. I don't know the technical terms, and then the bag just clips on. And it works well. It holds the dust in well. Then when you want to empty it, just there's two clips inside, pull it out. And then there's this little button here, you push that, and it opens up and you can dump it right out. So it works well. I've been happy with it. It all fits nice and neat back in the sustainer here. So I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, it works well. With every Festool item you get, the T-lock, your sustainer, which is another nice thing. This is my first Festool purchase, and I'm planning on purchasing quite a few more. I've been heavily on the green Kool-Aid, but I'd say the Germans did a good job here. Some people like to say they're overpriced and not worth it, and to each their own. I think it's, I look at tools as an investment. It's something I'm going to be using a lot. I use a lot of tools to make money. Not a sander. I'm a machinist, so I work in a metal shop, but look at tools as an investment. I'm going to use this quite a bit in the 2 weeks I've had it. I've used it a ton on the house, redoing some trim and building some cabinets in here, so I see it getting a lot of use down the road too. Whereas I've had to buy a couple cheap sanders. Hopefully this one lasts a little better than some of the cheaper ones that I've bought. But we'll see. So far, like I said, I've been very happy with it. $200 is a good amount of change. A lot of moolah for just a little 5-inch sander here. But like I said, I've been happy about it. I've been happy with it. Of course, you can't forget the Jaeger. You got to keep this in here, of course. But that's it. I've been happy. I have some more Festool products coming soon. The HK55. I'll probably be ordering either the OF 1010 or the 1400. And maybe a few other things here and there. I got a lot of things. Me and the missus bought our first house this summer, so I got a lot of woodworking. Never been one to play with wood a whole lot, but now that I own a house, I've been finding a lot of needs, and I use every excuse I can to buy a new tool. But anyways, that's the Festool ets125 REQ Plus. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're not drinking that green Kool-Aid, because if so, your wallet's going to be hurting. Till next time, adios.